Cold Supper Behind Harrods by David Morley.
We're here, sir.
Ah, well, thank you for a very pleasant journey. Oh, what a beautiful day, eh? Sun high in the sky, roses in bloom, and a warm flask of single malt. All I need is a young lady on my arm. and for the arm to be 50 years younger. Thank you, goodbye. Good luck to you, sir.
Do you always drink whiskey in the afternoon?
Yeah, I start early, my dear, because my evenings aren't long enough. I'm ready for bed by 9:30.
You need to be careful, you know, at your age.
At my age, I can't see any good reason for giving a... Frankly, damn, my dear. I'm not exactly drinking myself to an early grave.
I'm sure there's a lot of life in you yet, Mr. Harrison.
Hey, now, hold on here, hold on. You know who I am. My reputation has clearly preceded me, but I need an introduction. Who are you?
I'm Chloe, the programme researcher. Remember we spoke on the phone?
So you're the persuasive Chloe. Lovely to meet you, my dear.
Now, it's this way.
All right.
I'm afraid there'll be a little wait before we're ready to film you. The garden is lovely, and we thought you could sit there, if that's okay.
You are a beautiful young woman.
Do you think so? Thank you. Do you need to hold my hand?
I can hold your hand and tell you you're beautiful because I'm old. It's a blessing from a god with a dark sense of humour.
I don't mind. It was just, I didn't know what you...
meant by it? You know, the shame of your generation is that everything comes with sex attached. The tragedy of ours was that nothing did.
Oh, I thought you were all at it in the war, because you thought you were going off to die.
Oh, yes, it was that, yes. Didn't happen to me. Still never does it? I mean, I expect you wanted to be famous. A film star, or in Take Them.
I still might be, John. I want to be a presenter, and it's Take That, and they're boys. You knew that, right?
Now, where is the loo? My prostate waits for no man.
I say, young man, please turn that down. Young man.
Good afternoon, Vera. Making friends as usual, I see.
Leo Marks. I was told you'd be here. I found that quite a surprise.
I'm here for Patricia. Television has never appealed before, but she was special. And this is for her. For her memory.
Oh, yes, all the boys loved Patricia. Why can't he garden in peace? I'm trying to do the crossword, and that noise ruins my concentration.
And now I shall too.
I hope not.
The program producer told me there would be one more of us, another interviewee. Do you know who?
Oh, there's always something they like to spring on you.
Yes, well, you're a veteran of these things, aren't you? Always keen to get the message across.
Now, let's see. 6 down.
If Patricia had lived, she would have been a beautiful old lady now. She'd be 76.
I hadn't worked it out.
I can picture her walking out of the office and down Baker Street. God, she had style, that girl. It could have been last week.
The government will be announcing later today that we will ban
that
the
radio
import,
again.
export,
And that
transfer
dreadful
and
Blair
manufacture
man.
of anti-personnel.
Oh, you're lucky. The gardener doesn't like the news.
I think the other participant has arrived.
It's not. Is it?
Oh, we found you. I have an old friend of yours from Special Operations to see you both. You remember John Harrison, don't you?
Vera! Leo! How bloody good to see you!
John Harrison.
Vera! No, I can't tell you how good it is to see you after all these... Well, Christ, how many years?
How the devil are you?
Oh, fighting fit. All the better for seeing you, Leo. It's hard to believe, isn't it? 1997 and the war seems just a blink ago.
Would you all like some tea?
Tea? No fear, we need champagne.
Well...
The BBC can run to some fizz, can't it? Or did you quaff it all celebrating the Labour landslide?
Milk, no sugar, please.
I'll have a glass of water. Thanks.
Well, thank God I brought a flask. McAllen.
This isn't a celebration.
Oh, of course. No, of course you're right. We must remember why we are here. It's not a party. It's for Patricia.
Poor Patricia.
She was a remarkable agent, wasn't she? And charming too, by all accounts.
She was lovely.
You remind me of her, Chloe. Maybe it's just your age.
Really? I'm 23.
Yes, so is Patricia. Still.
Back in 2 minutes.
Right, if you don't mind, I'm halfway through the crossword.
Oh, at ease, Squadron Officer Atkins. Come on, Vera, loosen up. It's been 50 years.
Look, have a seat, John. We can leave Vera to our puzzles. Seeing you here took me by surprise. After the war, you seemed to slip away and nobody knew where to find you.
Australia.
Oh?
Sydney is a wonderful city. Have you ever been?
No.
Oh, I was there from 47 till 73. Then France for about 7 years, but I couldn't keep away from England forever. It drew me back.
So here you are. And this is what we fought for. Well, this is what you fought for. While I was sitting at a desk in London.
We were all fighting, Leo. The good fight, shall we call it?
And we've all had to live the rest of our lives with it. Did you hear that, Vera? Are you living with the good fight?
I'm sorry? I wasn't listening.
Yes, there was a lot of that going on back then, too. Communication problems.
Ah, so saith the Codemeister. You know, I can still recite the poem you gave me.
All SOE's agents remembered the poems. It was how to use them to make their coded messages that they forgot.
Have you any idea how difficult it is to write in code with a Gestapo gun at your head?
I don't remember you're having any trouble.
No, she's listening now.
OK, here you are. Water and teas for 3. And biscuits. They're ready for you now, Vera.
Very well.
Doctor, we'll see you now.
The director will be the one asking the questions. He's very nice and knows all about what happened to Patricia.
Oh, well, if he knows, perhaps he'd like to tell us.
Oh, I'm sure it'll come back to you.
Oh, he's only joking, Chloe. Don't worry about Leo. He's got the memory of an elephant. It's mine that's shaking.
Oh, well, we all know what happened in the end. Murder. It's the whys and the hows we don't know.
Good luck, Vera.
We're in the drawing room, on the right.
They won't get much out of her.
Everyone talks in the end, though, eh?
Tell me, why?
Why what?
You know damn well. Why come back?
The Grim Reaper has cut down all my chums. I'm afraid that means I'm next. Does that answer your question? I could tell you as well that I'm dog-tired and don't want to die in some corner of a foreign bar. Why are you here talking to the BBC?
I want to help them dig the truth out of all the manure.
I see. Something unpleasant is coming when men are anxious to tell the truth. Who said that?
Disraeli.
Oh, I forgot you were brought up in a bookshop. What manure, exactly?
Special Operations Executive was run by incompetence. A bunch of amateurs thrown together in a hurry because Churchill needed to look like he was taking the initiative. Colonel Buckmaster couldn't have had his own backside with the lights off.
Whose would he have found? Vera's?
That's a frightening thought. Good men were shot for less.
So you are on a mission to get your truth out?
No, not my truth. The truth doesn't belong to me. It belongs to everyone.
Monumental words, Leo. History is the winner's version of events.
We're still writing our history. I'm not going to let Vera grab it and spin it on its head. She's determined to try and control the past like some ludicrous land grab. That's why she spent the whole of 1946 looking for what happened to our missing agents. All those poor girls she recruited and sent off to their deaths.
Patricia.
Vera went into Germany and hunted down those sadists and scrawny misfits who ran the camps and dug until she found what she wanted.
Has she stopped digging yet?
Oh, she'll never stop. She focused for years on Germany's guilt, but she can't look at her own. I'm tired of standard issue whitewash. Oh, tea?
Oh.
There's a stink around SOE that I want rid of, finally.
No. Oh, thanks. You know, it took years to get the smell of the camps out of me, out of my skin. I used to swim off Bondi Beach every day, torrential rain or scorching sun. I needed that salt water on my skin. It was like an itch. And then one morning I had a good swim. It was warm and the beach was packed. I stepped up onto the sand, rubbed my face with my hands, and the smell had gone.
Call it post-traumatic stress these days.
Swimming in whiskey didn't make it go away. I just stopped caring so much.
You were held for 2 years, weren't you?
2 years and a lifetime. Do you remember what you said to me the night I was sent over the channel?
To remember your safety signals when coding your messages?
Yes. So you'd know I wasn't captured. Every 12 letters make a deliberate coding mistake. No messages should be shorter than 100 letters, and
the last paragraph had to begin with a spelling mistake. It was the 3rd of July, 1943. You'd been delayed by a thunderstorm the night before. You left at 15 minutes past midnight.
Did you know there was going to be a reception committee?
Of course not.
Did you suspect I was blown before I left England?
I suspected we were compromised all over France, but it wasn't up to me if you went or stayed. Buckmaster wouldn't listen. I was a 23-year-old codemaker, a civilian, bringing in sandwiches from my mother for lunch.
I remember how cold it was up in the air that night. July, and my fingers wouldn't work when I had to clip my parachute onto the line in Halifax. It was certainly a damn sight warmer when I landed. A lovely evening, somewhat spoiled by being welcomed to France by the Gestapo. I was going to be a hero, dashing around like Errol Flynn, blowing up trains and making life hell for the boss. Daydreams of a boy. So why did you ignore my warnings when I didn't include the deliberate mistakes?
I didn't. I took them straight round to Buckmaster. He said you must have forgotten.
Fool. That damn fool. And then a week later he sent Patricia out to join the party.
How are you two getting on here? Setting the world to rights?
Ah, Chloe. Yes, you're just catching up on the good old bad old days.
I find the whole era fascinating. Have you read Churchill's account?
How was it, Vera? Do you get a grilling?
I told them what I came here to say. Now, you will make sure I get a tape of the whole interview, won't you?
Yes, of course. The VHS sent to your address, as agreed.
Not the edited version, the whole interview. It's for my family.
Of course, Vera, no worries. Now, John, we'd like to have you next, if that's okay.
How is the director? Fair?
Have another drink, John, if the nerves are getting the better of you.
He is the same as every other one.
Yes, maybe, but I haven't done one of these things before.
It's not an interrogation, but the same rules apply. Only tell them what you want them to know.
Well, I don't trust these directors.
The whole process can take an eternity.
L'enfer, c'est les auteurs, eh?
Bravo, Leo, bravo.
Back to my crossword.
Is that all you have to say? We've just been chatting to a ghost.
I always thought he might surface. He's a survivor. He proved that.
You talk as if surviving is a sin. Better to die a noble death.
How one survives, lives, is of the utmost importance.
And you think our hands are clean? Your memory must be failing you, Vera, but mine isn't. We are here to talk about Patricia today. And I know she died because Special Operations Executive let her down, not John Harrison.
This tea has gone cold.
You know what, Vera? I admit my mistakes. But mistakes are very different to negligence.
You need to be careful what you say.
Thinking of suing?
I am an elderly English lady, Leo. Elderly English ladies don't sue. I mean, be careful what you tell these young people. They don't understand. It's just history for them, another rung up or down on their career ladder. But it's our lives. And Patricia's death.
Oh, they understand, all right. They've just elected a more compassionate government with the sort of values we fought for. This is the beginning of a new era.
Don't be naive. Plus ça change.
Leadership involves moral courage, lines that cannot be stepped over.
We didn't step over any lines. Every decision was made for the greater good.
You know what John asked me when you were in there?
Should I care?
Why did we ignore his warnings and send Patricia after him?
We didn't know.
Didn't we?
No.
I was so convinced I started not to believe myself. I thought I must have lost all reason. Have you ever had so much certainty that you started to doubt? They cannot know what makes you as you are. Nor can they hear those voices from afar which whisper to you, you are not alone. I gave that poem as a code to Patricia. Thought if she said it enough, it would give her strength if she was caught. I hope to God it did.
That was fascinating, John. Marcus was very impressed by how much you remembered. It was as if it was yesterday.
Nice chap. I enjoyed talking to him tremendously. You know, I wasn't aware of the cameras and lights after a few minutes. It was just him and me. But, heavens, I need a drink.
Here's your flask.
Good girl.
Oh, hey, steady, Tiger.
Oh, that was exciting. There's life in the old chap yet.
Yes, and hands where I can see them, okay? I need to get you back to the garden and collect Leo for his interview. It's this door.
There isn't a day that I don't think of Patricia.
It was very moving what you said about her in there. About her going to her death with dignified silence.
Nobody goes easily. So don't swallow that guff I gave for the cameras. She died shaking like a leaf and mumbling the Lord's Prayer. But no one wants to hear that on TV, do they?
Really? I think they do. They want the truth. So does Marcus.
You mustn't think any worse of me for doing that. But she was courageous, you see. How she died was not the measure of her life. It's not the way the world should remember her.
Are you sure it isn't better for everyone to know how terrible it was?
Now I've said too much, and I'd like you to swear to keep that to yourself. You need to swear to me.
I don't like secrets.
Oh, but you've got to have secrets. Everyone has to have secrets.
Okay, John.
Promise?
I promise.
Thanks, Chloe. I think I'll just have a little sit down for a while.
All right, my turn. Well, how was it, John?
John was very moving.
I can imagine.
Have a cigar, please.
Thank you, Leo. You're a man after my own heart.
Oh, no, I'm after the heart of a much younger man. The sort of pricey medical insurance I've got, I'm not having like-for-like replacement.
I think he needs air, not smoke.
I'm killing him with kindness. Now, lead on, Macduff.
You mean Leon Macduff?
No, I mean lead on.
The quote is Leon Macduff. It means attack.
Macbeth, I know. I mean lead on, Mac Chloe. Tell me, are you an English graduate or just a smarty pants?
I read history at Oxford.
Just a smarty pants, then. Are you sure you are fulfilling your potential running around for the BBC?
Everyone has to start somewhere. How did you end up being a code maker at the Special Operations Executive?
The dark arts of Freemasonry. My father's connections got me a meeting at Special Branch to show off my hobby of making up codes. I baffled them so much they put me on a train to Bedford, to code school.
School for code makers, of course. Fascinating.
More code breaking than code making, really. We wanted to find out what Adolf was saying to his henchmen. Anyway, I didn't get on with the powers that were. Everyone in my class graduated to hallowed Bletchley Park, and they kicked me down to some old office in Baker Street.
Special Operations Executive. To set Europe ablaze, said Churchill. I did my dissertation on it. That's how I found out about Patricia, and then discovered John.
Oh, so you found him?
Vera helped with a little research.
Naturally.
Your father owned the bookshop at 84 Charing Cross Road, didn't he? The one in the book?
Yes. And he never read a single book in it, only the spines. That won't be in your research. Now, Chloe, what am I going to be asked by this Marcus chap?
He wants to hear your memories of Patricia. What she was like as a person, why she was chosen as an agent to work in France, why you think she was captured, and what you know about her death. There may be other issues that come up in the conversation.
What did John say about Patricia?
That he knew her in London before they were both sent to France. How everyone loved her.
After she left the room, I had to blink and pinch myself that she'd actually been talking to me, a mumbling boy with his mum's black market chicken sandwiches on his desk. Oh, she dazzled every man in SOE.
She sounds like a babe.
We were all babes. Babes in arms.
Here we are. It's the room on the left. Mind your feet on the cables and watch out for the lights. They're hot.
Why are you here, Vera?
To leave a record for my family.
Lovely idea. Do you have children?
I have nieces and nephews.
They say you don't miss what you don't have. I don't have children either.
How interesting.
It just never happened for Virginia and me. And then, well, one thing led to another and we broke up. And after that, there were other women, but it wasn't right for them. And suddenly you turn around and realise you're 50 and to hell, kids wouldn't have fitted my lifestyle. Oh, so the Chinese are finally getting their hands on Hong Kong. God help the poor buggers who've ever complained about the communists. They'll never be seen again, eh? Chopsticks for earplugs, I shouldn't doubt. You know what, Vera? If you don't stop talking so much, I think I might administer a pair of chopsticks into my own inner ears. Just to put myself out of my misery. Look, Christ, you could chat for England. I'm sure we passed a Chinese restaurant on the way here in the car. I'm going to say something now, Vera. And I don't care if you look up or not, because I know you are listening. You always did and you always will. And there are always 1,000 thoughts going on behind those eyes of yours. You think nobody knows what they are, but you're wrong. You're wrong, Vera, you're wrong. You can't let the war eat away at you.
I remember it was March 1946. I was in Germany.
Go on.
I was looking for you and Patricia and dozens of others who had vanished into that awful chaos, the fog that thickened after Berlin fell. I was working my way through the dregs of the Third Reich, the sadists and the zealots, the little men who had turned on the ovens at Natzweiler, the commandants of Ravensbrück and Sachsenhausen. You know their kind. At first, they denied who they were. Then they denied any knowledge of agents in their camps. Then they denied direct involvement in executing them. All of them were cowards.
Yes.
Denial, followed by fear. Then came the confessions, as though I was their counselor.
There is always more, isn't there?
There were two categories. The ones who may not have understood the depth of their crimes, but understood at least that they had to answer a case being made against them by the British and the Americans, and one could deal with those.
Give them a fair trial and then hang them.
But then there were the others, the ones who felt no guilt. How do you deal with that? How do you deal with a man who killed the children and felt nothing? Who told me, I picked them up and hanged them like pictures on a wall.
You don't get over it by shutting it away.
Getting over it isn't the issue. That's Freudian self-indulgence. Not becoming part of it is the issue. Hitler, Pol Pot, Stalin, Milosevic, the Akazu in Rwanda, they open a door to a dark place inside everyone. The weak-minded can't resist it. We must stay strong against it.
The car's booked for us, that's right, isn't it?
Yes, I'll go and check on them.
I just need to make a phone call.
You can borrow the production mobile if you like.
If you wouldn't mind showing me how to use it, I dislike these new gadgets.
I'll just have a swig of that whiskey of yours, if you don't mind, John.
Oh, that'd be my guess. How was it for you? I enjoyed it.
I'm afraid I didn't. The idiot consistently asked the wrong questions. It was hard to get them back on the right track, off the war heroes' rubbish and back onto the real story of bumbling incompetence.
What did you tell him?
Well, the Buckmaster was an amiable fool who worked long hours but consistently ignored all the evidence, that he was delivering a succession of courageous boys and girls younger than Marcus into the hands of Gestapo torturers. When I mentioned that they enjoyed taking eyes out with a fork, he made me stop and start again. Not suitable for tea-time viewing.
Ah, Vera, Leo was just telling me about...
I heard it all.
I haven't said all yet. I told them that when I received John's messages back from France, I noticed he wasn't using the agreed safety checks. But when I told Buckmaster and ventured the opinion that John had been captured by the Nazis, he told me we had insufficient evidence and were to assume everything was fine.
Buckmaster was a liar. Or a fool.
I'm a cock-up theorist, not a conspiracist.
The Germans enjoyed what they called the wireless game, using me to play back what they wanted London to hear. They fed you like mushrooms, and at first I assumed you were dumping the same back on them.
By this stage, had you made friends with Hans Fleischer?
I never made friends with Fleischer. I made him think I had made friends. It kept me alive.
Did he take you on one of his long walks in the woods?
Oh, yes. It was a tactic of his.
A little fresh air, out of your cell. He gave something and promised more.
Vera, where exactly are you going with this? Oh, yes, I know. Away from anything to do with you and Buckmaster.
So, John, you gave a little to the Gestapo and hoped to make it to the end of the war. But they never stopped asking for more. So, tell us about Patricia.
You gave them Patricia. You and Buckmaster sent a message to me over the wireless saying when and where the drop was. Fleischer didn't even need to take me along. I just waited in the cell praying for fog.
It's okay, John. Sit down. We're all friends here. They brought her in straight away, did they?
They didn't let me see her at first. But I heard her voice in the corridor outside. She sounded angry, and I worried that she might play it wrong with them and get treated badly. I put my ear right up to the door of the cell, but I didn't have to try hard to hear. They put her in the room next to mine. so I could hear everything.
Patricia's story is like so many others. Others who came later as well.
Patricia shouldn't have been there at all. If my warnings had been taken, she would have lived.
Think, if she had lived, what a life she might have had. She would have had the world at her feet. If ever there was someone who was meant for life, for living, to be with us at the end of the fight, it was her. You must have seen her, did you?
I saw her a few days later, by chance. No prisoners were allowed to speak to each other. It was part of the way they tried to break it down. Isolation. But they made a mistake and took me from my cell at the same time as they were bringing her back from interrogation.
How did she seem then?
Not good. She'd been roughed up and stooped as she walked. As we got nearer, I called her name and she looked up. I'll never forget the expression on her face.
What she must have gone through.
You see, Leo, Patricia and I had been...
Yes, I didn't know at the time, but things were said later on. It made sense. I got the picture. I was just slower getting there than everyone else.
I loved her. And I believe she had loved me. So seeing her alive was a moment of pure joy for me. Perhaps we could both get through this. But that look as we walked towards each other. And then she wrestled free from her guards and came towards me. I reached out to touch her, but she slapped my face and called me a bloody coward.
She had great spirit.
You see, she thought I had betrayed her to the Germans. She didn't know that I had been sending back warnings. The woman I loved and planned to marry thought I had been turned.
That must have been a bitter pill to swallow.
But it wasn't a mistake to let you two see each other.
What?
It was part of Fleischer's strategy to turn you against SOE. They used Patricia against you, and you fell for it. She was your weakness, the way into your head.
No, I was never turned.
You were angry at being betrayed by the resistance.
You were let down by Buckmaster.
The love of your life had been taken away from you.
You don't know they'd planned that. How could you know?
Fleischer told me in 1946. The Americans had softened him up in prison, but he preferred to talk to the British. The Gestapo knew about your relationship with Patricia.
Fleischer? The vermin. How?
We were leaking like a sieve, that's how.
Fleischer was smart and saw the power Patricia had over men. His genius was that he knew you'd blame SOE when you lost Patricia. They got inside, and you gave them what they wanted.
I gave them nothing. They didn't know already. The whole network was blown. Every damn agent in the region was being run by the French Vichy scum and the Gestapo, and had been for months. Why? Because you half-wits back in London had ignored our warning.
I tried to tell them, but they wouldn't listen.
You didn't try hard enough, Leo. I'm sorry. You could have stopped Patricia getting on that plane.
I've lived with that for 50 years. I should have done more. I know it.
Nonsense. We all did what we believed was for the best, from the highest possible motive.
No, Vera. I could have done more. I tried to convince Buckmaster and the others, but I failed. And you know why I failed? Because they made me doubt myself. Because I was a little Jewish boy wrapped up in his codes, and they were the colonels and the majors who said they knew about fighting wars. They made me think I had it wrong. And I wish to God I had stood up and screamed until they'd shot me. Because then I wouldn't have had to live 50 years with the memory of Patricia's wonderful smile and the touch of her lips on my cheek as she said au revoir. Maybe if I had died, she might have lived.
Sentimental nonsense.
It's very easy to be clinical, cool and collected back in London, Vera. It's not so easy if you're alone in a cell at the sharp end.
And was that the last time you saw her? In that corridor?
Yes. I came back from interrogation with Fleischer, and she'd been taken away.
She was moved to Paris, then to Germany. She was executed in March 1944.
Yes, on the orders of Major Horst Kopkoff of the SS, their head of counter-espionage.
Well, you may not know this, John, because you had disappeared into the mist by this stage, but we were told Major Kopkoff had died of pneumonia in 1948, but in fact had been given a new identity by MI6, so he could help them infiltrate Soviet intelligence.
Good Lord. MI6 never did give a damn about SOE.
Yes, but the Soviets had the last laugh. Kopkoff's handler at MI6 was Kim Philby, who was undoubtedly passing everything to the Kremlin.
Oh, what a dreadful, dreadful mess.
He died a free man last year in Germany.
And Fleischer?
He was convicted of war crimes at a trial in Dachau.
But his lawyer got the sentence reduced to life on appeal. Unfortunately, it came out that the American army had subjected the witnesses to mock executions and psychological torture. He was out after 11 years and died in a car crash in 1976.
Well, I think it has been a most satisfactory day so far, and I think it only fitting that we should all have a drink to old times together.
Good Lord, Vera, what's come over you? You aren't going to get all sentimental, are you?
A drink would be very welcome. I ran out of scotch some time ago.
Grand. We'll have a glass of something at the club. Maybe a little cold supper.
The club? The Special Forces Club, of course. We must have been just behind Harrods.
No.
Oh, John, I forget that you've been hiding away all these years.
No, not hiding, Leo. Just licking my wounds, I should say.
Hello, everyone. We've just checked the tapes back and everything's fine. We're all finished. Thanks very much indeed for taking the time to be with us today.
Very good. Let's get off. I can't stand all this waiting around.
You're very quiet, John. I hope you enjoyed it.
Well, it has been a very long day.
Oh, well, you'll soon be on your way.
Is the transport here?
Your taxi is waiting at the front of the house.
Very good.
Is my car here too?
Oh, I thought the idea was that you all went back to London together. Vera said we only needed one car.
I knew you wouldn't turn down our invitation.
Oh, I'm not sure I can
You'll
join.
enjoy it, John. They have a range of wonderful malts. We need to be dropped off just behind Harrods.
So good to meet you all. We'll write with the date of transmission once we know.
All right. Good girl. And good luck with joining Take Them.
Ha ha. Thanks, John. Bye.
Bye.
It's getting a little chilly, isn't it?
I mustn't stay too long. Just a quick one for the road.
A chicken sandwich, maybe. Like we used to share at Baker Street.
On the way, we can chat a little more about the old days.
Nothing much to say, really. Not in front of a lady, anyway. Hey, Leo?
Yes, let's leave your time in France. I've heard enough, and you weren't the only one to tell the Germans what they knew already.
But what happened when they took you to Germany? Between July 1943 and when you were liberated in April 1945?
I survived. That's what I did.
Evidently.
It all came out at my debriefing after VEID.
I was hoping that a distance of 50 years had improved your memory.
Time has not given me any rose-tinted spectacles. Being a guest at Dachau, Buchenwald and Mauthausen is not something I want to discuss.
Not everyone has had your attitude, John. I found many SS and Gestapo men relive their part in the war with me in detail.
Remember, they were Allied prisoners, hoping for leniency at Nuremberg, Vera.
Most knew they were to be executed. They'd nothing to gain or lose by talking to me about the fate of our dead agents, except perhaps as penance. Even as far back as late 1943, we had been getting reports from the resistance that several of their men had been duped by what they called a mouton, a sheep, while they were in prison. They had been arrested, under suspicion, but with no evidence, and hadn't broken under interrogation. Threats of execution, sleep deprivation, submersion in cold water, that can all be fought. But when a scared British airman, who spoke a little French, was put in the next cell, they relaxed.
Information was passed, Yes, I heard of those ploys.
Of course, we were sceptical about the French reports. Who was to know if it had been a genuine British officer? It was a low priority for us immediately after VE Day.
Will there be others at the club, Vera?
It's like putting a jigsaw together. Every piece you put in place leaves fewer you've left to one side. Those pieces get more isolated, and eventually you can try them in the remaining spaces, one by one.
Yes, I suppose that's the way it's done.
After the war, in 1946, I began to hear reports of a prisoner who appeared in the German camps. Sometimes he was an airman, sometimes a rescued sailor.
Who is meeting us at the club, Vera?
Meeting us?
Some of the old crowd, what's left of us. A few pieces of the jigsaw.
I'm tired. I'm not sure anymore. I think I'd like to just get home.
No, John. It's all arranged. You didn't think we'd let you just walk out into the fog again, did you? They will want to remember Patricia with you, the old boys. They all loved her. And you can tell us about why she died. Can't you, John?
She died because you and Buckmaster let her get on that plane.
No, John, she died because she wouldn't join you as part of Fleischer's flock of sheep.
You don't know that. She doesn't know that, does she, John?
You tried to persuade her to come over to the Germans, but she had the courage you didn't possess. The strength to sacrifice herself for the sake of others.
Is that true, John?
I don't feel well. I think I'd rather go home. It's been a long day. We can all agree on that, can't we? A very long day.
It should be a chance to remind yourself of what got you through the German camps. Your comrades.
Oh, I can't face them. Tell me I don't have to, please, Vera. It's too long ago, and the things become jumbled memories, people's faces, things that might have been said.
It's remarkable how things can come back just as sharply in focus as if they were yesterday in the right circumstances.
I was just passing through.
Did you try to turn her to save her life?
I loved her.
Pah!
Love is a small word, and it won't let you hide behind it, I'm afraid, John.
Did you tell the BBC how Patricia really died?
No, of course I didn't. She was a hero. She died a hero.
And what were you? What were you?
Ich kann dir nur mehr sagen, ich hab dich lieb.
John Harrison, who has died, aged 81, of a heart attack, survived 3 concentration camps after having been betrayed to the Gestapo during his mission behind enemy lines for the Special Operations Executive. Vera Atkins, a former colleague, described him as an exceptional agent and a fine example of the selfless and brave work of SOE.
In A Cold Supper Behind Harrods by David Morley, John Harrison was played by David Jason, Vera Atkins by Stephanie Cole, Leo Marks by Anton Lesser, and Chloe Wolfe by Sophie Roberts. The play was produced by Richard Clemo and directed by Philip Franks. It was a perfectly normal production for BBC Radio 4.